first about what all VO2 testing is, right? We hear VO2, you hear that talked about in the media, and like that is one element of a good VO2 test, but there's actually so much more that we can learn, and that really factors into the picture that your VO2 test can paint.
Right. Well, and we call it VO2 testing because VO2 max is kind of the most popular test available. But actually, there are a bunch of other different ways to test, and VO2 is really only talking about oxygen consumption when we've got VCO2 that you can measure as well, which is the amount of carbon dioxide produced in burning calories. And so when we talk about a metabolic test, when we're looking at both O2 and CO2, that's really when lots of insights come into the picture as well. And so, metabolic testing or CPET, cardiopulmonary exercise testing, there's so much more that you can glean from that when we're doing both O2 and CO2. And so, we call it often VO2 testing or VO2 Max, but there's so much more than just VO2 Max that you can do with the CardioCoach Pro. And that's one of the reasons why I love it, is because you can dive deeper into looking at substrate utilization, so fat and carbohydrate utilization during exercise and during rest and during all kinds of other forms of testing other than just VO2 Max. You can do more longer form efforts where we can really dive into how is somebody actually performing. So I love that, and it gives so many insights into whether it's an athlete or whether it's a weekend warrior or you just have somebody looking to begin their fitness journey. There's so much more that we can dive into how to make sure that that person is exercising according to their body. Absolutely. And what's going to help them the most in whatever stage they're in. And so it's really fun to be able to do that test. And like Mark said, kind of peer into the crystal ball and look into past, present, and future, if you will. So you can, with a really well done VO2 test, you can see a lot of insights into how they've been training, where they're currently at, and then it also gives you that opportunity to say, if we want to modify these things, here's how you should train in the future, so that we can have a different outcome if their current results are not what we're looking for.